Captain's Log, USS Buffalo, December 22nd, 1984. We've just completed a critical and almost fatal mission. We were ordered to take down an amphibious landing force on its way to Norway. The communists were seemingly planning to create another front there. Whereas before we were hunting a submarine or two, now we were facing an entire battle group of surface targets. Targets ranged from landing ships to destroyers to even a light cruiser. In a naval engagement, this outdated light cruiser is no match for any NATO warship, but for a naval landing it could provide deadly fire support for the troops landing on the beach. While our mission was to sink the landing ships, I ended up taking down almost the entire group. It might have been possible to eliminate the landing ships with torpedoes and slip away silently. My estimation of the situation was that our chances of survival were seriously diminished as long as the enemy destroyers were alive. So I decided to focus on neutralizing them first. As the destroyers struggled with our torpedoes, the landing ships made a run for Norway. They weren't near their planned landing zone, but they could still have been successful in dropping off their troops. Once the destroyers were eliminated, and after we evaded an attack by a helicopter, we had to run to catch the landing force. This meant going to flank speed. When running at flank, the deck has this gentle vibration to it. For a crew coming off of an adrenaline high after a very long day, this meant some of my people were almost falling asleep at their posts. I had the chief of the boat check in with everybody to make sure that everybody was still awake and functioning. After a while, we reacquired the landing ships, just as they seemed to be preparing to land their forces. We launched a salvo of harpoons to eliminate the landing ships. All harpoons struck their targets and all landing ships were considered sunk. Missions like these really make me feel like I'm contributing something to the war. Sinking enemy submarines to prevent our ships from being attacked while transiting from the US to the NATO forces in Europe definitely helps. Yet, dealing with a surface group like this really feels like we're contributing. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Cold Waters. It's episode 5 of this series as I'm patrolling the Atlantic. Or rather, I am limping back to Holy Loch for repairs and rearmament after taking some damage in the encounter with the enemy landing force next to Norway. I hope that repairs aren't going to be taking too long because the Russians are not waiting around. After a successful patrol, you look on as the mooring lines tightens, securing your ship to the pier. Home and safe, you allow yourself to relax for a little while. The world may be at war, but the sunny skies and a light breeze over home port whispers of a brief moment of peace. After about 2 weeks of war, 16 days only, I've sunk 76,000 tons. Including one merchant. My apologies. Now, let's see what the brass wants me to do. They are going to set sail, they being a wolf pack of diesel electrics, within the next 7 days, so I have some time for repair and rearm. To transit the GI UK gap. So once again, the pack may consist of 2 to 4 boats. We're going to be busy. Alright, let's go and repair. Okay, that should do the damage. Let's fix the total rate, please. I have expended a lot of my weapons so far. So let's load up again on torpedoes. Mosses are fine. Yeah, harpoons could be useful. I'm not a big fan of anti-ship and anti-land missiles. The Tomahawk anti-ship missile packs a hell of a punch. Yet, I find that torpedoes are easier to use when you're dealing with a surface group. Because torpedoes are not shot down the way that anti-ship missiles are. So, I'm going to be bringing a few more torpedoes and relying on those. And that means after 57 hours in port, we are casting off anchors away. So, the GI UK gap, here we are again. What sector are we supposed to be in? Green 110. Oh, sorry, green 010. So that's here. Oh, hello. Whoa, 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 boys. There's a lot of you out here. Weak surface duct, sonar contact, bearing 129er. We're doing 5 knots, so I slowed down just in time. Let's see what is out here. They're on 129, so here-ish. Yeah.
Come right.
I need to be heading this way. I need to be streaming the total rate. And we're just gonna have a listen. New contact bearing 129 or designate Sierra 1. Let's see if this guy is alone or not. It is possible that he's alone. Motion of travel east. Sorry, west. We're gonna head northeast then. Because if I can sneak up on this guy, then I'd be very happy to do just that. Of course, that means that temporarily we lose the contact. No, actually, sorry, we still have him. Conditions. 86 decibels of ambient noise.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's switch to silent running. What we got here? There's the submarine. There's another Foxtrot.
Sonar. Sierra 1 is classified
It's a Sierra.
as a submerged submarine.
Uh-huh. Okay. Nice shark you got there.
Con, helm, steady course.
I'm not sure if this is the only guy here. He's very quiet, 117 decibels. So for now, he's going to have a pretty rough time hearing me. His speed is 10 knots. He's not very quick. Depth 85 meters. So he's below the layer. Let's join him there.
Depth 9-1, dive by.
And let's see when I'm going to be ending up in his baffles. Sorry, no, he has a towed array. Shit. Okay. So that means now he's quite capable of hearing my launch. So I believe that above 10 it was? Above 10 you have the problem that they start hearing you. The real question is this Sierra running their towed array? At the very least, it's not my target. It's a nice secondary target, but it's not the target that I'm looking for. I'm going to come right gently. I'm going to try and end up in the baffles of this Sierra, who still has very little idea that I'm out here. And I like to keep it that way. Yeah, he has the towed array deployed. Okay. So if I launch, he's going to launch right back at me. He has the Kshval torpedoes, which are those extremely fast torps. I've never been on the receiving end, nor do I hope to be. We're going to distance ourselves a little bit.
086, helm I.
We're going to let the distance increase, so that he's going to be less capable of hearing me. At least that's the plan.
Con, helm,
and that way I might be able to lob a torpedo at him at an angle so that he doesn't know exactly where I'm at. But I need more distance. Because 4 kilometers is not quite gonna cut it. At least he doesn't know where I'm at. Whoa, how deep are you, dude? 456 meters? His maximum depth is 600, so he's still well within parameters, but it's a deep submarine, this one. Okay. Oh. Towed array might pick me up. Come on. I want to get some distance. 6 kilometers. I don't like how good his towed array is. Ideally, the guy would turn north and pick me up on his passive and not his towed array. Because the passive are far less sensitive than the towed array. Sonar arrays. He's turning. He's still running west, doing 10 knots. His course, currently 293. 294. Match him for depth a bit more.
Depth 290, dive by.
Range 8 kilometers. If I launch now, I should be fine. Alright, here's the plan. We're gonna head south.
Right to
I'm gonna send a torpedo west and then south.
Shoot 2-1, aye sir.
I hope I don't snap the wire. If I do, then that torpedo's not going to end up going anywhere. Gotta be making fairly gentle maneuvers now.
Dive at 290, dive by.
Very good.
Con, helm, steady
Now,
course.
the real question. Do I want to use active sonar on this submarine or not? I think the better bet against submarines is active sonar. Because that way, he's going to be unable to rely on noisemakers that much. He still has the option. Just not as much. Alright, this torpedo, maintain course. You're doing very well so far. I want him to think that the attack is coming from the north. Not the east. So that if he's going to return fire with a snapshot...
In from Sierra 1.
He picked up the torp. Let's tell the torpedo to go after the Sierra. Now the real question is... Where did you send your torpedo? That's the part I'm interested in. Where did you send your torps? Because I'm not picking them up yet. What's the torpedo up to? Torpedo hasn't acquired the target yet. He's running active sonar, that's for sure. I think we gotta go pretty far down with this torp. Torpedo is at 390 meters. I think it has acquired... No. Has it acquired? No, the torpedo is not yet acquired. Sierra 1 is on 395. 435 is deeper. Need to go down.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 2, 4,
Noisemaker
5.
weapon is acquired. Don't let yourself be fooled by the noisemaker.
Con, fire control.
Not the
weapon
target.
acquired.
Very good. I still have no idea where his torpedoes are. We saw a launch transient from him, but don't know where it went. Ah, there you are. You're the one that I want.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 2, 4, 7.
Popped another noisemaker just now. Go on. I'm gonna jam this thing right in your beak, mouth, whatever you want to call that. I'm sorry about the flickering there, that's annoying. No. Just hit him amidships. This is fine. No, don't climb too fast, my friend. Got a gift for you
sonar,
here.
lost
Boom.
contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 2, 5,
Yep.
0.
That did him.
Contact breaking up.
That did him. Still no idea where his torpedoes went. They're not considered nearby, so I suppose we can just leave. Let's reload torpedo tube 1 before we do so to make sure that I'm actually prepared for the next contact and I don't get caught without having a torpedo ready. Perfect. Leave combat. Yep, that was him. Okay, good job. Not your mission objective. No, I know. We need to hunt down the diesel electrics, and this was a nuke. Oh, hello. Who are you then? Bearing 020.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 2, 0.
We're on a pretty
Designated
decent
Sierra.
easterly course. Let's use the towed array.
Con sonar, new
Conditions,
contact
strong
bearing
layer.
0, 2, 1. Designated
Oh.
Sierra 2.
Okay, you have my interests. Sierra 1's almost instantly fully ID'd. What's the conditions here? 81
Con sonar,
decibels.
Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Right, so that's a Foxtrot, that's a diesel electric. We got here, anything lines up? Almost had it. Nope. Nope. This is all way too big game. I think we might be looking at a merchant.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
Yeah. So what's happening here is that the Foxtrot is somewhere in the vicinity of that guy. And probably below the layer. So we're gonna go down and see if we can find them there.
137, dive by.
Rig ship for
And we're gonna
ultra
work for silent running. Current depth. 120, 30, 40, 50. Hello.
Sierra 1,
Definitely
bearing
below the dock.
008.
Okay, so where are you now? How far away are you? That's my biggest concern. He's too close? I'm gonna have a challenge. He's not coming towards me, is he? He's close. If he goes active, he'll probably get me. If he stays passive, he won't. Left rudder. I'm gonna end up in his baffles, or at least during my torpedo launch. No. Go away. Why are you running 16 knots? That's almost your top speed. The hell? What's he doing? Now he's listening. Now he's listening. Range is still 8 kilometers. 5 degrees right rudder. It's minus 13. He still can't hear me.
Con
Left.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 2.
Fine.
Last bearing 0.
Oh, he's gonna go north.
Contact faded.
Baffles. Perfect.
Tube 1, ICERT.
Tube 1. I just shouldn't be launching it directly at him. What I suspect he's going to do is turn back west. So I'm going to make that torpedo go over there. Maybe 3 knots.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I think he might pick up the torpedo soon. This torpedo's definitely not in his baffles anymore. Meaning that it's going to be picked up. He's only doing 10 knots. He's not that loud. He's still well below the layer.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
Okay. I suspect he picked up the torpedo and sent the torpedo back in the direction of weapon 1. That's what I think he did. So now we can run to catch him.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 3.
Weapon
2,
is acquired.
4.
Where are you going? So this torpedo is on the course 060, which from his position would be
Con, fire
northeast.
control, weapon acquired.
Let's say east-northeast. So, yes, my suspicion is correct. Ah, there's my torpedo crossing him. My suspicion is correct, and this guy is in fact snapshotting against my torpedo. Meaning that he has no idea that the buffalo's down there. Excellent. He's gonna pop a noisemaker any second now. He's also going active, hoping to detect me, but I'm not in front of him, I'm to the side. And steer the torpedo a little.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing.
There's the
3,
noisemaker.
2, 1.
Took him longer than I
Con sonar
expected.
Lost contact.
Boom.
Sierra 1. Last
Okay.
bearing 3, 2, 1. Contact breaking up.
Now, since nobody else responded to that attack, I'm suspecting that he was operating alone. And considering that the enemy Wolfpack was supposed to set sail within 7 days, I suspect that they were not exactly... Well, that this was not my target. This torpedo is looking for targets. Doing a piss poor job at it, but look at that. That torpedo came from the northeast. He thought that I was there. I was not. Am I far enough away? No, not yet. Carry on. There we go. The Foxtrot was sunk. It was the only guy out there. Crew proficiency has been increased. Probably not the target. What? Enemy Wolfpacks hit? Look, I sunk 1 nuclear submarine and 1 diesel electric. This was not the Wolfpack. A modest amount of fresh supplies and equipment have begun to reach the front-line ground forces. Officials attributed this success to the relative lack of enemy submarine attacks on merchant shipping transiting the English Channel. Said one fatigued soldier, "I never thought I'd say this, but thank God for the bloody Navy." Didn't we already have this one? Like, when the English Channel was there? Ah, there's more. Intel reports that a wolf pack of diesel-electric subs within 7 days. I'm still operating within green 010. Very good. Crew proficiency is now 2 out of 10 for fire control. Means that target motion analysis is 4% faster. When it comes to reloading, we do that 1 second faster. Damage control is 4% faster. We're slightly slower. Slightly more silent. And our navigation means that we have 3 kilometers bigger radar range. And signal to noise from speed is less. Very good. Okay. Let's go to green 010 and wait for something to show up. Suspect that after about a day waiting, we might have found our target / some of our targets. There's 3 submarine contacts. I'm going to try to intercept 2. This guy's making a beeline for the Atlantic, and the other guy might be going for the Denmark Strait. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can find this guy. Weak layer, strong thermal layer, weak surface duct. Current depth 15 meters, own speed 3 knots. Target bearing 189
new contact bearing
to the south.
246. Designated Sierra. Come right to.
Interesting. We're going to turn west.
Helm I.
Stream the towed array. And we're going to rig for silent running, although
Con sonar.
I suspect
Sierra 1 is classified
that he's below
as
that layer.
emergent.
He doesn't have any reason to be
Main
above the
depth
layer.
183, dive I.
Now, I have seen your comments on previous videos saying, hey, you just need to deploy radar when you're on the surface, when you're hunting submarines, because they're not likely to be escorted. Fair, but I'd like to roleplay a little more to the tune of, you know, they might just be paying attention, and if there's suddenly a radar coming out of absolutely nowhere, then that is a little suspicious.
Dive
So I don't want to do that.
183, dive I.
Okay, so we're looking for a diesel electric, most likely, a whiskey, a foxtrot, something to that effect. They have 130 decibels. We got the Romeos at 128, Foxtrot 125, and the Tangos at 120, Kilos at 110. Ambient noise is 101. I think we're gonna have to play this a little bit more aggressively, because I'm concerned that I'll not be able to find the target until he leaves the area. So I'm going to retrieve the towed array and I'm going to prepare for active sonar. I'm going to set these guys up for actives. Prepare to go active when we find the target. Towed array is retrieved. Go active.
Active search.
Let's see who's out there. Let's see who responds. Something to the south.
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
Hello,
1.
Sierra
Come
2.
left to 177. Helm I.
I kind of doubt that he has not heard that. Well, scratch that. If he's going southwest, then he has not heard
Con
it.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra
Nope,
2.
he heard it.
Con sonar, Sierra 2.
It's a
is
Tango. It was
classified
the super
as
quiet guy.
submerged Submarine.
Shoot 2-1. So he just launched directly at me.
Sonar, launch transient from
Kick the
Sierra
active
2.
sonar back. I'm on this course, so I'm gonna go.
Con
He's
sonar,
launching
lost
directly at
contact.
me.
Come left to 0.
We're gonna turn.
9. Make turns for.
Don't care about cavitation at the moment.
Maneuvering I.
Don't care about the
Con,
wire at the
helm,
moment.
steady
I
course.
just need to make sure that I'm out of the path of his torpedo. And let's see. Torpedo is not active yet because it's not snaking and it's not pinging. We sent 2. Reload tube 1. It's not like we're running quietly anyway.
Con sonar,
He launched
regain
another.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
He launched again. Okay. He's trying to acquire me with active sonar.
Con Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's go silent. I think he's going to be panicked, making a ton more noise than normally. There's the comms all. That's my torpedo. Actively looking for the target, but kind of doubting that I'm going to find it.
Come right to 180, helm I.
He left the area just as much as I did. Or at least he left his launch position.
Con, helm, steady course.
The question is, how panicked is he? If he's panicked, he might be making a ton of noise. If he's chill, he's going to be lying in ambush, waiting for me. I know that under this angle, my towed array doesn't do much, by the way. We're going to go active again.
Con sonar lost
Retract
contact.
the towed array.
Sierra 1, last bearing 0,
Active sonar.
0, 5.
Contact
rated.
reacquired. I think he just shot his torpedo tubes. So he should not... Yeah, we got a return ping. He shouldn't be able to fire just yet.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Considering shooting tube 2 as well. Hello.
Con sonar, switching to passive
And selective
search.
sonar. Oh yeah, he could hear that on sonar. Holy shit. Now he can't. But I think he's picking me up on active. I'm trying to blade. So, not present the whole side of the boat,
Come
but
right to 2,
go
0,
right at
7,
him.
Helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
I don't think he actively found me yet. Snake, please. Go here. Activate.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing
Yeah, now
2,
he's going to be concerned.
0,
There we go.
5. Come left to 1.
Let's go
1,
east.
7, helm I.
Listen to him. Deploy the towed array again. And see if my torpedo can do something useful.
Weapon acquired.
Yes, it can. Hello there, you quiet guy.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 2, 0, 1.
Like they say, it's the quiet ones you need to be concerned about. I still think that manually steering torpedoes like this is... I mean, it's in the game, so I consider it a feature that I can use. It's just a bit cheesy, because you can just easily park your torpedo and its deadly warhead in the middle of the enemy submarine. Hello. Good night.
2, last bearing
That guy's
1,
down.
9, contact breaking up. Con, helm, steady
Since there
course.
wasn't anything else shooting at me, I'm going to once again assume that this was the only guy in the pack. Otherwise, other submarines would have definitely been shooting me. So, leave combat. Yep, that was the only one. Alright, fine work dealing with those boats. Just plural. Every sub we kill makes it that much safer for our Navy and merchant colleagues. Await new orders. Aye aye. Supplies getting troops. Very good. Supplies getting to the troops. Okay. Satellite photos show that an enemy battle group armed to the teeth with cruise missiles is preparing to sail from Murmansk. Intelligence estimates that it will make a conservative patrol in the vicinity of the Norwegian Sea, perhaps approaching Narvik. One of our own battle groups is set to enter this area shortly, and this force constitutes a direct threat. No other assets are available, so you must locate this group and sink as many ships as possible. Previous recon indicates that the force will contain 1 or 2 ships armed with anti-ship cruise missiles. Consider these your primary targets. An enemy escort of surface combatants and or attack submarines should be expected. Nice. We're hunting big game. But we will be hunting big game in the next episode, because this is probably going to be a long one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you want to support me, my Patreon link is down below, and I would greatly appreciate the support. And I hope to see you guys next time for the next episode.